Hold on to your butts.
Your mic is hot for Facebook.
Hey, guys. Hey, Facebook Live. How are you guys? I'm not seeing the Facebook Live. Are you sure?
Give it a minute. There's latency.
I like that word. That's a word that I seldom get to hear. Oh, there we go. Nicely done, Brian Haldane. Good morning, Facebook Live. Welcome to the Geaux Rouge show. We're going to be chilling out with you guys for a little bit. So shout out to Healthy Vibes, new health shake and delicious, energizing.
You gotta mute you.
Energizing tea and beverage facility, shake place.
It's where Baskin Robbins used to be.
Yeah, I was looking for I was thinking 2 steps ahead. Okay, so Goodwood Hardware Shopping Center near Bocage.
Yeah,
not too far. Healthy Vibes. They brought us a shake. So Haldane and I are doing shakes today. I've got a pineapple, orange, and coconut shake, and I have a raspberry tea shake, and then I'll do better when we're on the actual radio. I've got a shot of aloe.
Okay, this confuses me.
So your aloe, they told me that your shot of aloe is in your tea.
Yes, I got a loaded tea.
You're loaded.
I know. So, and by the way, sweet tart, for reals. I'm not a tea guy, but this is amazing. So my shot's already in here. The only thing I know aloe for is to put it on a sunburn. Like, that's it. I'm simple like that.
Well, it's apparently got some serious health, like it can really make for better health.
Mm-hmm.
So, but dude, I've gone to this place a few times now. It's a meal. So think of it like this, like meal supplement.
Yeah.
So meal replacement.
Replacement, correct.
Meal replacement. So I'm on low carb, right? So I try to do a shake anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And this, God, it's like everything that can go wrong today. So this replaces the meal there, and you do the tea and the shake together. So it's like a beverage and the actual shake itself.
Right. Now, we did the shakes over the weekend, or shakes or smoothies or whatever they're calling them. I got strawberry, blueberry, banana because, like I said, I'm simple. And that was so perfect.
Dare I say basic?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to call you basic.
No, for these particular circumstances, absolutely. The more basic, the better. I don't look at that as a negative here. But my oldest daughter, got the caramel mocha whatever, and it was like just a slight taste of coffee, but it was the most delicious thing ever. My wife got the tropical fruit one. That was even better than the daughter's. The middle child got the birthday cake.
Okay.
Borderline dessert.
The boy
birthday cake was...
Did the boy love it?
No, the middle daughter got the birthday cake. The boy just got... what did he get? Rainbow sherbet, and he loved that too. So the birthday cake and the rainbow sherbet, very much dessert going on.
And very reasonably priced.
So that was a big surprise for me.
But you mentioned Geaux Rouge.
Well,
your first purchase you get half
50,
off.
Yeah, 50% off. So
that's right. So Facebook today, in addition to enjoying some healthy vibes, some shake and some teas, we're going to have Mayor Broome on, Mayor Weston Broome. We're going to have the Power Pump Girls, and then we're going to have Judge Kellie Temple on to talk about one of her, also a healthy kind of thing that's going on. She's got a side hustle with Plexus, but also Judge Temple is promoting some healthy living. And I'm all about people that are doing above and beyond. Besides just sitting on the bench at City Court, she's doing some good stuff on social media. Debba Mathern says hi.
Oh, hey, Debba.
Hey, Debba. I can't get past the Ladies' Man movie. Debut. Sorry.
Like Dabbit?
Dabbit. All right, man. Whenever you're ready, let's do this.
Well, I mean...
I'm okay. It's 10:01.
Okay.
We don't wait for the mayor. We go.
All right. Damn.
Lawyer. Check.
We've been on Facebook for 4 minutes. It's a bit late to check now.
Sorry, guys. Not a professional. Not a professional.
I'm just messing with you. All right, here we go. Stand by.
Welcome to another episode of the Geaux Rouge radio show. You're listening on Talk 107.3 or on Facebook Live. This is episode 35. We got a great lineup today. We got Mayor Weston Broome talking about what's going on in the city of Baton Rouge right now and also some leadership. We've got the Power Pump girls, Raina and Shireen. Always good to have them on the show. This will be their second time coming on the show, talking about some of their community initiatives and fundraising. And then last but not least, we're going to round off the show today with Judge Kellie Temple. She's a Baton Rouge City Court judge, but she's also doing some great stuff to promote positive health. And when I say positive health, I mean both mentally and spiritually, physically. So that's our lineup today. Before we start, by the way, you're listening to Franz Borkhardt, your host. I've got Brian Haldane on Master Control. Brian and I want to give a special shout out to Healthy Vibes. This is a new health joint. I'm going to call it Health Joint. A new health joint that serves meal replacement shakes and energizing teas. It is in the shopping center with Goodwood Hardware where Baskin Robbins used to be. They just opened up. They dropped off some low-carb, low-sugar goodies. They dropped off raspberry tea, and they dropped off a shake that has pineapple, orange, and coconut in it. Brian, what are you drinking?
I've got the sweet tart tea, which is loaded, which means it's got that aloe shot already in it. And then the Reese's shake, which is, it's dessert in the morning.
So this is Talk 107.3. So they dropped me an aloe shot to do on air. And since I know that there are people who host shows on Talk 107.3 that do shots and drink on air, me doing an aloe shot is perfectly okay. So,
of course,
cheers to Healthy Vibes. This is Franz Borkhardt doing a shot of pure aloe. That was different and delicious. So, if you're interested in trying Healthy Vibes out, you need to check them out on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, Brian. They're doing a free tasting. 6 o'clock Wednesday, free tasting at Healthy Vibes. Now, before we jump to the mayor, Geaux Rouge Show is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smith Shanklin Sosa Law Firm, a great personal injury law firm. They are your go-to personal injury attorneys. They are not the guys that stand on a truck. They are not the billboarders. They're the ones that get stuff done. Louisiana Tech Park. Breck Parks. Breck is... I love that I have Breck supporting the Geaux Rouge Show. That makes me feel warm inside. The Borkhardt Law Firm, one of the phenomenal criminal defense firms in Baton Rouge, and I just happen to own that place. With those sponsors, in addition, Sullivan Steakhouse, your neighborhood steakhouse, those sponsors make the Geaux Rouge Show possible. So without further ado, let's welcome our first guest, Mayor Weston Broome. Hey, Mayor, what's going on? Hello.
It's a wonderful day in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Well, I am glad to have you on. I've got some stuff I want to talk to you about. There was I reached out to your people, Mayor, and I said, I want to talk about what's going on in Baton Rouge right now. And I also, if we have time, I want to talk about leadership because you've been in office, you've obviously observed and learned some stuff. And I always like hearing things about leadership from the people that are really serving our community and really being leaders for that matter. So let's jump on in. Some of the things I want to talk about that's going on in Baton Rouge, I want to start with the expansion of healthcare because we just got a great announcement in North Baton Rouge. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on in Baton Rouge with healthcare.
Well, yes, the Howe Place Medical Facility had been vacant for 15 years. And, people oftentimes don't know that there's a lot of work to stand up economic development. And for almost 2 years, my team and I worked tirelessly, and I have to give a shout out to Vineet Iyengar, who really led the initiative. But we worked tirelessly to find collaborative private partnerships that would work with us to develop a public-private partnership to revive that Howe Place facility. It is an excellent condition, and so as a result, we were able to get Ochsner Hospital to be a part of this new facility. They will have a primary health care facility there. We also have a behavioral health partner that will be part of the center as well. And we are anticipating 100 new jobs. And so this collaboration with New Era Holdings, with Ochsner Health Center, Oceans Healthcare, Capital Area Human Services, and Louisiana Center for the Eyes, these offices will certainly increase access to health care in North Baton Rouge. But also, Franz, it is very obvious that when you have development, new development attracts other development. And so we anticipate also a revival of commerce in North Baton Rouge as well.
So economic development, the creation of jobs, the creation of, I'm going to call it an anchor business that may attract other businesses out there. I like the behavioral health piece, Mayor. I as someone who plays in the criminal justice system, the biggest thing that I think we all could improve, not just in Baton Rouge, but across the board, is on the services offered from a behavioral health standpoint. Healthcare is a natural segue into COVID-19. So I am. Let me preface what I'm about to say with I am a COVID survivor, and I'm all about people masking up. It's not just the right thing to do, but it's also, candidly, it's the law now. So I want to talk a little bit about Baton Rouge and COVID, Mayor.
Yeah, well, Franz, I don't think any of us entered 2020, the year 2020, anticipating that we would be dealing with a pandemic that has turned our lives upside down. And so since March 17th, my office has been on the forefront in working through and navigating the new reality of COVID-19. And so since March 17th, we have had confirmed positive coronavirus cases of over 8,000. And I want to just give you a great shout out and kudos for, being one of the survivors of COVID-19.
So I was very fortunate. I tell people, Mayor, that I had a mild case of it, which was pretty stinky. And I fortunately did not give it to my family. I fortunately weathered the storm. I thank God for that. But what it did do is it changed my perspective of it's not just you catching it, it's all the collateral effects of if you're around somebody, then they've got to quarantine for 14 days. They've got to get tested, and then everybody they're around has to take action. So it's just, to me, it's just about being a good citizen, being responsible, and dare I use the words, being conscientious of other people. I like the stance your office has taken on the mass and business. I think it's a good thing. And look, whatever normal is, whatever our new reality is, we're going to get through this. I wish people would get on board a little quicker. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So
and I absolutely feel the same way, Franz. I believe that we will be stronger. This is another test of our resiliency as a community, and we have shown time and time again that we are resilient people. And so I am optimistic that we will navigate this pandemic and we'll come out even stronger as a community.
Awesome. So I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Move EBR. What's going on there?
Oh, I love it. I always think of that song, Move It, Move It, Move It, from one of the animated features. You know, I am so excited about Move EBR. I'm first just thankful to our citizens for aligning with me for a vision of Move EBR, the largest infrastructure project in the history of our city and parish. And so I think that speaks volumes to the vision and progressiveness, if you will, of our citizens as well. Move EBR is going for the remainder of 2020. We'll have $46 million in direct spending, with $85 million awarded for 30 new contracts. We're estimating $100 million in local economic impact, creating an estimated 600 new jobs. And then for 2020, the work continues. Recently, we just talked about our traffic light synchronization. This management system, of course, is going to give us 100% connectivity with our traffic signals and allow us to be on the forefront as it relates to synchronization. But people can also look for new projects in their area, like Picardy and Perkins Extension, the Ben-Hur Road realignment, the McHugh Road upgrade, the Picu Lane expansion, and so 72nd Avenue. So there's going to be work taking place across the city.
So, you know, the beauty is we don't always appreciate improvements until they happen. And when you notice that traffic gets better, and you notice that, you know, I used to live off of Essen, and I worked around the corner on Perkins at a law firm. And man, it was miserable, Mayor. It was just miserable. Getting home took me 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And now I'm starting to notice some positive changes. In our remaining time, I want to talk to you about storm drainage.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on with Baton Rouge and storm drainage?
Well, you know, most of us, certainly a great majority of us, were impacted by what took place in 2016. And as a result of that, we were able to start focusing on drainage and water management. Water is a way of life for us here in South Louisiana. So the issue then becomes, how do we reduce the flood risk for our residents? Now we are seeing, Franz, what I described and what others have described, showers on steroids.
Showers on steroids.
Yeah. The kind of showers that we're having these days don't compare to 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. But the good news is that, you know, we have a stormwater master plan that's evaluating and collecting data and modeling stormwater drainage across our city and parish. The plan is, it's going to be like a roadmap for our current projects and our future projects, and will give us guidance. Of course, we're consistently doing maintenance, but I have to tell you that I'm really, really looking forward to the launch of the 5 tributary projects, which will be a game changer for us here in East Baton Rouge Parish. $255 million, including upgrades to Jones Creek, Ward Creek, Bayou Fountain, Beaver Bayou, and Blackwater Bayou. Now, that's going to take about 2 to 3 years, but the overall impact that these projects will have will certainly reduce potential flooding for us.
So we've got some amazing stuff going on in Baton Rouge right now, and I hope everybody appreciates the leadership that we have. We've got about 3 minutes left, Mayor. I want to change gears a little bit. And first and foremost, before I ask you about some of your experiences in leadership, I want to ask you anything else you want the people listening either on Facebook Live or on the radio to know about what's going on in Baton Rouge before we transition to leadership.
Well, you know, I know we're in some challenging times, you know, COVID-19. We've had civil unrest taking place across the country. We've got issues surrounding, that people are concerned about, surrounding drainage and flooding. But I would say that we have definitely moved the needle in the past 3.5 years. And once again, I always like to think about who we are as a people, as a community. And at the heart of Baton Rouge, I believe, are people with good hearts, people who want peace, prosperity, and progress for everyone. And I have seen that emerge since we've been dealing with multiple crises even more. I have seen the good in people rise to the occasion. And so my encouragement to all of us is to just stay focused on our shared goals that we have as a community and keep moving forward.
So if people want resources, and this is going to be a question I already know the answers to, but I want you to have the soundbite, Mayor. If people want to get resources on what's going on, what your office is doing, where would be a good place for them to look for that, especially on the internet?
Well, first of all, they should go to our city parish page, brla.gov, brla.gov. We have all kind of information there. In fact, one of our great accomplishments over the past 3 years has been the advent of a new website that people can navigate pretty easily. I mean, all the information you want to know, updates on what we're doing, come across the screen on a regular basis. So I would encourage people to go to brla.gov. And also we have follow me on my social media pages, because I'm always pushing out information about what we're doing in our city and parish.
So I can say this. The mayor's not going to say this, Brian, but I'm going to say this. Some elected officials, the mayor, some elected officials are responsible with their Twitter and tweet good things and post good things. I wish everybody that was elected in Louisiana did that. But that's another conversation for another day. So we're about out of time, Mayor. Next time you're on, we're going to talk about leadership. I want to thank you for making time for us. Have a blessed day and keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Franz, and I want everybody to keep the faith.
All right. Have a good day. I love me some Mayor Broome. Good time. Good talk. So as we enjoy our healthy vibes that were dropped off for Brian and I, again, I'm drinking the pineapple, orange, and coconut shake, as well as I pounded a shot of pure aloe. Pure aloe.
What does that taste like?
It tasted like success.
Oh, good Lord.
Like health. So now, without further ado, we have the Power Pump Girls. We got Raina and Shireen. How are you ladies doing? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So I've got 10 unbridled minutes with these ladies. And look, we're gonna do 5 minutes in the first segment of the show, and then we're gonna take a quick break, ladies, and then we're gonna jump 5 more minutes. So what has been going on? Catch me up to speed.
Where do you go? So much. We are taking on 2020 like everyone else. We had to pivot a little bit with Power Pump Girls. We used to host a lot of in-person events, and so we kind of had to change up our model, but we're still on connecting community and bringing resources to women in ways they can make impact in their community. And so one of our biggest things right now is that we're crowdfunding for our organization so that we can scale our impact, continue doing what we're doing here in Baton Rouge, but then also bring it to other cities and states.
So you guys, last time this is, by the way, this is the second time I've had the Power Pump Girls on the Geaux Rouge show. Thank you, ladies. You guys were doing a very interesting philanthropic charity movement when I last had you guys on. How have you kind of addressed that need based on what's going on right now in the community? And for that matter, in the world.
Yeah, so I think the last time we were on your show, we kind of talked about our period poverty initiative secured. Right. And so we've had to get really creative with how we accept products and donations. We have boxes set up outside of our homes for people to do drop-offs so that we don't have contact with one another. And Raina and I have kind of built within our storage unit a reserve of products. And so if someone calls, we have them ready and available. But surprisingly enough, there was another issue centered around blood during the COVID, and that was blood supply shortage on the shelves.
Right.
People were not giving blood because obviously there's a global pandemic going on. We don't really fully understand it. And people had stopped donating, but that didn't mean that people didn't still need blood. So Rain and I partnered with the mayor's office and a few other local organizations in town to do a blood drive where we were able to help fill the shelves back up, which I think you actually did one too at Sullivan's, right?
So following your good example, and I just want to be like the Power Pump Girls. In the same way that I kind of want to join Junior League, I want to be like the Power Pump Girls, but I don't know that I can join. But nonetheless, I did a blood drive at Sullivan's, and I got to tell you, it's tough because you want to do stuff right now. I cannot speak for you guys, but I will speak for myself. You want to do stuff right now, but I was very cautious because I didn't want to come across as socially insensitive or quote unquote tone deaf, but the need for blood is so out there and in your face right now. And I don't know that people realize that. So
yeah, we didn't realize it. We hopped on a teleconference town hall with the mayor and other community leaders in Baton Rouge. And she challenged every leader in Baton Rouge to do their part, to do something that would make an impact on the community during these tough times. And while we were on that call, one of our friends, Maggie Canero from South Louisiana, messaged us, and she's like, hey, I think what you girls should do is a blood drive. And Rain and I were like, oh, great. Here we go. Someone has nominated us to do something. But we're so happy that we did it. We had one of the highest turnouts.
Right.
And it made a real difference for people who were still needing transfusions, people who, it's a necessity. And it's something that's so small that we don't think about, but makes a really big impact on someone's life that needs it. So kudos to you for doing that.
Thank you. I'm, again, just trying to follow the lead of you ladies. We got about a minute left in this segment. If people want to get more information on the Power Pump Girls, and look, you guys stick around. We're gonna have you back on in the second segment. But if they want to get more information about what you guys are up to, where would they go?
So they can visit our website. It's powerpumpgirls.org. But the best way to stay connected with us is on social. We're very active there. Our Instagram handle is Power Pump Girls Inc. We also have a Facebook and a Twitter, so you can connect with us that way.
Well, we're going to put you guys on hold. Don't go anywhere. So you've been listening to the Geaux Rouge Show. We're finishing up segment 1. In the second segment, we're going to have more of the Power Pump Girls. We're going to have Judge Kellie Temple, and then we're going to have me talk about modern acupuncture. I had my first acupuncture experience. You're listening to Franz Walker on the Geaux Rouge Show. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, Facebook, how you guys doing? Give us a little shout out there. Let's see. So there was a nice lady that called me during the airtime trying to get on so she could listen to the mayor and listen to Judge Temple. If you know Carlette Powell, please tell her I'm going to send her an email response with the video. There's no good way of saying this right now. We're just recording and doing Facebook Live, but if you know her, tell her to stick around, and we're gonna send her some information on it. Second half of the show, we're just sitting here drinking healthy. Are you done with your healthy vibes, by the way?
No, I still got the tea.
Dude, this aloe. Dude, you need to stop drinking the energy drinks and start pounding aloe. You think we could find pure concentrated aloe like on Amazon or something? Or we could just go to Healthy Vibes and get it. I did a shot of aloe. I feel like I've got wings. Don't tell what I believe.
So I don't even know if does aloe do energy, or do they do is it a cleansing thing, or?
Oh God, I hope it's not a cleanser.
You still got another segment to get to.
Yeah. All right, let's start whenever you're ready.
Hang on.
Judge Temple's watching. Judge, you're going to be on in about 5-6 minutes, so stick around. Shout out to Vicky from Modern Acupuncture. Byron, it's always good seeing you. Kathleen, we're loving your granddaughter's tasty beverages. Lord have mercy.
I need about 20 more seconds.
That's okay. Do your thing, man. I'm good. I'm just along for the ride.
Did Mayor Broome reference the movie Madagascar?
She did.
All right, we're coming back in with that.
I saw your face. I didn't want to break the third wall. So.
Oh man.
I like to move it.
You know we're coming back in with that.
Yes, I know we are. Yes. If you're the Power Pump Girls, they just asked me, should we be hearing a commercial? Yes. Just stand by. My son loves Madagascar, by the way.
It's taking way too long.
It's okay. The good thing about being the host of a radio show is they can't talk without me. So, you know.
Okay, PG4 GR01. Okay. GR01 file.
Brian, in the industry, Brian is pulling up a bump song to play in the second half of the show. A bump song, for those who don't know, is the introduction song. And since the mayor referenced Madagascar in the first segment, we have to listen to a song that was in Madagascar in the second segment. All good.
Well, we don't have to.
All
Actually,
good.
What I'm doing right now is ingesting the segment to make sure it airs on Saturday.
I like to move it. Man, I'm on a health kick, man. We got to get somebody to come on here and talk about salads. Maybe Patrick.
It's got to be Pat Fellows.
Pat Fellows, I like it. We're gonna have Judge Temple talking about healthy living and Plexus. She is a brand rep for them. Man, I'm all about health, man. Nobody ever challenges me to push-up contests though, which is probably a good thing. I can't do.
Okay, you want me to challenge you to a push-up contest?
No, please don't.
Okay.
Tell me when to start the timer.
Yep, hang tight. Actually, when I say stand by, that's when you want to hit it.
Okay.
So.
All right, welcome back to the second segment of the Geaux Rouge Show. This is episode 35. I'm your host, Franz Borkhardt, here with Master Controls, Brian Haldane. We have some great guests this half. We have the Power Pump Girls back from the first segment, and then we've got Judge Kellie Temple, one of the best judges in Baton Rouge City Court, and I'm not just saying that because I do criminal law. She is doing some stuff above and beyond being a judge that I absolutely want to share with the Baton Rouge community. So those will be our guests in the second segment. Before we jump into that, I want to talk about our show sponsors today. Our show sponsors are the Smith Shanklin Sosa Personal Injury Law Firm, the Louisiana Tech Park, Breck Parks, the Borkhardt Law Firm, and Sullivan's Steakhouse. Before we jump in, though, Brian, we have been enjoying Healthy Vibes, a new shake and beverage concept on Jefferson Highway. If you want to try out Healthy Vibes, you need to go Wednesday at 6 o'clock for a free sample. Their stuff is good. It's healthy, low carb, low sugar, you name it. Got tons of energy in it. I just did a shot of aloe, so I'm like bouncing off the walls.
I'm dying to know more about
Dude.
that. You've got me intrigued.
Google it.
Yeah, well.
So here we go. Here's the deal. I tried acupuncture this week at Modern Acupuncture. They invited me to come try it out, and I got to tell you, I may be going back. It was different. It was relaxing. It was fantastic. The folks at Modern Acupuncture, you need to try them out, man. I was a skeptic. I wasn't really sure about. It was kind of like going on a nude beach for the first time. But okay, I've never been on a nude beach. But anyways, with that being said, let's go back to the Power Pump Girls.
Smooth transition.
Hey, girls, what's up?
Thanks for that transition.
Was that a smooth transition? I don't know.
I don't know.
So let's
It was
talk.
a nude transition.
So let's go back to adjusting. So what I love about you guys is you guys consistently, how do I put this? You consistently promote women empowerment, right? You promote authenticity. You promote women being leaders, being involved in the community. We are in a pandemic. So I want to talk about you guys. Y'all were doing so much stuff. Then we hit the pandemic like a freight train into a brick wall. How did you guys kind of regroup from that? Because that's, to me, that's something that a lot of people ask me about my brand, Geaux Rouge, is like, what did you do to adjust? And I think that's an important question.
I think what we did was we didn't take a lot of time to pause and think about it.
Right.
We're a nonprofit, so our resources are very limited, and we had to make an adjustment quick, or there would be no Power Pump Girls. And to us, the call is bigger than the brand.
Right.
There would be no community for us to be able to connect to and with and mobilize. So one of our biggest ways of connecting our community was through our events. And like Raina said, when we hopped on the call, we had to pivot quickly.
Right.
So what we did was we turned everything digital. We started hosting more virtual workshops. We created like a private Instagram group chat for women to stay connected. We really started pushing our merch. That kept our doors open during the pandemic. We started shipping out our pieces all across the country, which for Raina and I was a really big deal because merch was just kind of like a tertiary revenue stream for our nonprofit.
Nice
but it
word.
turned into
Tertiary.
our primary one.
I like it.
Yeah.
So what kind of merch do you ladies have?
So right now we are only selling tees and totes, but we are expanding because what we have learned is that women in our community really love buying our pieces, and
Right.
women everywhere really like our pieces. So what we try to do is tie them to the initiatives that we're using to serve our community. So we have Only Hang with Hustlers, which is kind of like what the community was built off of, a group of hustlers that wanted to get involved.
I need a shirt.
Then we had Only Hang with Donors for the blood drive, Only Hang with Allies during the social unrest after George Floyd,
Do y'all make?
Only Hang with Voters for civic engagement to get people out to the polls.
Do you guys make?
So-
Do you guys make boy shirts? Because I need.
We do.
I may need the entire catalog of your line because first of all, I only want to hang with hustlers. But I like the fact that it's a balance of social movement, fun, but also relevant. I like that. So, all right. So we got about 2 minutes left, ladies. What's on the horizon for Power Pump Girls? Because you're kind of a big deal. You're kind of a big deal right now.
Thanks. In our minds, we're not even scratching the surface of our potential, but we appreciate all the community support and love. For Power Pump Girls, our next thing is to scale and grow. We've been asked to bring some of the same programming we're doing here in Baton Rouge to our hometowns of Shreveport and Lafayette. We have partners out of state that are like, we love what you're doing. Can we bring this to our community? So with that takes funding and resources. So we're ramping up our fundraising through a crowdfunding campaign right now to be able to bring the merch, the programming, the messaging, the empowerment elsewhere. We love Baton Rouge. We love what we've been able to do here, but we're raising $100,000 to make sure we can scale that and bring it to other cities.
So what can we do to help you raise $100,000?
Donate, and spread the word. The best thing to do with crowdfunding is to spread the messaging and why Power Pump Girls has been impactful to you as an individual or the work you've seen done here in Baton Rouge. A one-time donation is great, but if you can tell 2 or 3 or 5 or 100 friends to donate as well, that just helps us scale that impact and really make a difference in other communities. So the link is on our website. It's also on our social. You can check out the actual funding page, and you can see all the efforts we've done, all the measurables that have been impacted by Power Pump Girls, and what we plan to do with those funds in the future.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, for everything you're doing. And by the way, one of the things I love most about you guys is you work with other women. You work with other women. You empower other women. Just keep doing it. I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm loving watching you guys do the successful stuff you're doing. You ladies have a great day, and I look forward to the next time you're on the show, okay?
Awesome. You too.
Oh, man. We had the mayor on. We had the Power Pump Girls on. And now it's time to talk a little well-being, spiritual, mental, physical. we've got Judge Kellie Temple on. Judge, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, you're going to appreciate this. I just did a shot on air of aloe, and I've never done a shot of aloe before, so I'm not really sure how to answer your question. Judge, I wanted to have you on, not just because you're one of my favorite judges, and I'm not saying that to butter her up, Brian. I wanted to have you on because I always appreciate, we call it side hustles, right? I always appreciate it when people are doing stuff above and beyond just their day job. And people don't realize sometimes those side hustles, and I say side hustles with the utmost respect. Not too long ago, you started getting involved with social media about wellness, and then next thing I knew, you were a brand ambassador of Plexus, right?
That's right.
So talk to me. How did that come about? Because you're just minding your business, being a great city court judge. You don't have to do this stuff, but something happened to get you on that road. So I want to hear all about it.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for having me
No
on
problem.
this morning. But I had been, when I got started, I had zero intentions of being a brand ambassador. I strictly was looking to feel better. I'd been suffering with some gastro problems for years, and a very good family friend of mine, Robin Sullivan, was a part of Plexus. And early this spring, she made a post on Facebook that struck home for me. It talked about, do you know the truth about gut health? I saw the 3 things that I had been suffering from, and I reached out to her and said, I'm interested. When she started getting me signed up to get my products, I told her, I said, look, I don't know why you're asking me some of those questions, but I'm never going to sell this to anybody else. And she said, that's fine. You can be my customer forever.
Right. So you start trying this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, and candidly, Judge, I'm one of those people. What is Plexus?
It is a company that their goal is to help heal people from the inside out.
I like it.
Gut health and happiness is what they support. All of the products are all natural and plant-based. And so their desire is just to see people get healed. And in order to do that, you get started with these products, and then you start feeling so amazing that you just cannot keep it to yourself. That's been my experience.
So there is a phrase that I like. I don't know who came up with it, but the phrase is caring is contagious.
Yes.
And what I like about healthy habits is healthy habits beget other healthy habits, right? Mm-hmm. So you start taking this product, you start taking Plexus, and next thing you know, I got Facebook videos of the judge walking and power walking and sweating, and I got the judge at the farmer's market picking out okra, which, little known fact about Franz, I eat okra raw. I know it's weird. I love okra raw. There's something about fresh okra that's raw, and everybody looks at me weird when I do it. But so this didn't just my point is this didn't just get you healthy, on the outside. It got you healthy in the sense that you were starting to do things and dare I say, provide motivation for others to do things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden you become a brand ambassador.
Yeah. And so what it's done is really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I thought I was an introvert, and that's just where I've been comfortable being,
right.
Kind of doing my own thing and spending a lot of time with family and really close friends. But once I started feeling better and the energy level that I had, and again, it just was this feeling of this is too good not to share.
Right.
And, I've always enjoyed walking from time to time, but my energy level is just as such. I just feel like I need to let everybody know because I know
right.
there are other people who have been experiencing similar things to what I have experienced, where you're kind of on autopilot and
right.
you're going through the motions and doing the things that you have to do, but there are many things that you would like to do that you just haven't had the energy to take advantage of. And so I feel like a new and improved Kellie Terrell Temple 2.0.
So Brian, lest we leave this portion, she used the word energy. And what I think is interesting, Judge, is what I noticed, and look, I'm a social media, if you are getting into social media now, I'm at the other end of the spectrum where I probably need to stop doing social media. But what I noticed was some of your posts, and this is the other reason I wanted you to be on. I'm going through, dare I say, I'm gonna say this. People get weirded out when I say it. I'm going through a little spiritual journey right now. Yeah. I'm getting very spiritual in my life, and you posted a book called The Circle Maker, which I'm now 2 chapters in.
Yes.
It's not just, I mean, when we say health, being healthy means what you eat, what you physically do, what you got coming into your brain, how you're breathing, how you're decompressing, what is your and I use the phrase higher power because I don't necessarily need to endorse any of the various religions we have, but man, being spiritual, having a little bit of spirituality in your daily life, that also makes things pretty good too.
It absolutely does.
So what is, I mean, do you contribute like the posting about books and things you're doing? Do you contribute this all back to you started feeling better and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, I'm feeling better, so I'm doing things and I'm going to start sharing things. Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's about connecting with people and some of the things that I've always done, just feeling a desire to let others know what's happening and to help them come along and grow with me as I'm growing.
Right.
The Plexus is big with personal development, and you assume a person is a judge and they have all these leadership skills and they do this and they do that, but this has enhanced my life and brought out so many other areas that I've touched on. I've always had a spiritual component in my life but I have a desire more to share it, and I'm learning as I go,
right.
And the company, because the Circle Maker, the book that I posted about the other day, actually my team is doing a book study on that with the book club.
That's an awesome book to be doing it on.
And it really is. And, it just lets you touch and build relationships with others who also are spiritual and say, hey, about X, Y, and Z, but you may not have heard about this book. Check it out because it's absolutely going to help you grow just like it's doing for me.
So I read there's a writer named Ryan Holiday. Okay. He wrote a book called The Daily Stoic, and he also wrote a book about obstacles. And he made a quote in the book today that I read about how human beings are designed to connect. We're designed to connect with other human beings, to have companionship with other human beings. And it sounds like you have, through this product, you've discovered not just a healthy way of living, but a healthier way of connecting with people, which is wonderful. I mean, that's what we all want, right? We all want to connect with people. People join organizations. They join groups. They join dance squads so that they can find a commonality and connect with people. And man, that sounds like something I wouldn't mind having myself. So we got plenty of time. So first and foremost, if somebody wants, speaking of connection, if somebody wants to get more information about Plexus, where would they go right now to connect with you and the brand?
They can go to my Facebook page. They can go to Facebook Messenger. I'm on there as Kellie Tyrrell Temple.
Yes, ma'am.
So Facebook Messenger. They can send an email to me at Kellie, T's, T-S, pink drink at gmail.com.
Nobody's judging you. Nobody's judging you. You're the one wearing the robe.
The pink drink is what I'm always posting about, that I am absolutely in love with, and it's the base for pretty much every combo that we have, but the pink drink is life. And so I chose that name for the email address just so everybody knows Kellie's posting about this pink drink.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's how they can get in touch with me.
Let's talk for a minute.
Sure.
So I am on, whether it's healthy or not, Brian and I disagree about this sometimes. I'm on a keto diet.
Okay.
And as you know, she knows that I've lost weight because she met me when I was at my fattest. I have lost an incredible amount of weight. I gained weight back, and then I've lost an incredible amount of weight, culminating about 29 days ago. 29 days ago, I had COVID. I'm better. I'm out of the woods on that. So I lost, of course, a great way of losing additional weight is have the virus. So I am looking, and we talked about it in the first segment, I am looking for ways to integrate healthy substances into my body. Less bad stuff, more good stuff. And so my question, because all my friends that are also on the keto diet with me, they're going to ask the same question I'm about to ask you, and we've never talked about it before. So if I'm looking for low carb, low sugar, are there options for me with regard to utilizing Plexus?
Absolutely.
Talk to me about it.
The first thing is the pink drink that I just talked about.
Okay.
It helps to curb cravings for carbs and sugar.
Right.
Will help with your appetite to suppress your appetite
Right.
in healthy though, not just you don't want to eat it all, but it helps you to make better choices. And then depending on what your health focus is, if you're wanting to get a clean gut, or if your focus is weight loss, there are combos designed for either one of those, and they're products that match up to those health goals or challenges that an individual is having. But again, all of the products are all natural and plant-based, and so you really can't go wrong. They're all designed to boost and improve a healthy immune system. And I mean, with COVID and with everything that's going on in the world right now, who doesn't need a healthy, strong immune system?
Let me tell you. So I want to pivot a little bit. We've got about 3 minutes left. I want to pivot a little bit. Okay, let's go back to the fact that you're a city court judge. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, aren't you the chief city court judge right now?
I'm not.
Not
actually,
anymore.
I was.
Okay.
And we rotate.
Okay.
And I am the second most senior judge
I like
on our
it.
bench. Yes.
So the reason I bring that back up is, okay, you pointed out something in our profession, and look, this is the Geaux Rouge show. It's not a lawyer show and not a judge show, but I feel compelled to bring this up because a lot of times, you know, professionally speaking, it needs to be that there's a separation between being a judge and the attorneys that you deal with on a daily basis, right?
Right.
And one of my mentors who's retired, Judge Marabella, who I clerked for, said, you know, being a judge is a great gig, but it can be very isolating and lonely because all the people that you were colleagues with and friends with, you're still friends with them, but there's not the same relationship you had before. And you know, I've always thought about that as, man, being a judge would be a wonderful gig, but in the same breath, I like having that connection. So it sounds like you're getting that healthy portion of your day through this. I'm going to say side hustle. I don't mean anything about it. See, this is what happens when you have a judge on the radio show. Is I apologize for the stuff I'm saying, whereas with other guests, I just say stuff. I call it a side hustle, Judge. It's a side hustle. It's a healthy way of living. So my question is, going full circle, do you plan? I don't know how to ask this. Do you plan on kind of spreading the word to the bar, to the Baton Rouge community of lawyers and judges about what you're doing on to get to be a healthier person, both mentally, spiritually, and physically? Or are you keeping that separate?
Well, I'm definitely keeping it separate in the sense that I'm not imposing or telling a lawyer who's in front of me.
Right.
But if I'm on social media.
Yeah.
And so all those who reach out to me, all of those who I have a personal relationship with that I can send a message to, call and say, hey, I'm doing this amazing thing, and I know that you would also benefit from it.
Right.
And, you know, you started out with talking about the isolation and loneliness, and I was told that when I first became a judge that was possible. And initially I didn't really see it, but it's been 11 years since I've been elected, and it's true. And we all desire community. You know, we all want people that we are interacting with in a positive way outside of just work. And this has given me the opportunity to do that again in a way that has nothing to do with my job. It's about improving individuals' lives, helping them with their health, helping them create more margin in their budgets if they decide that this is an area they want to go financially and add an additional stream of income. They're able to do that. The pandemic has shown us that that's needed because your primary source of income could be cut off on any given day. But when you have something that you can do, as long as you have a cell phone and maybe a laptop or an iPad, you can create business for yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're out of time, Judge. Thank you so much. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to try this Plexus stuff because I want to be a healthier, happier human being. Thank you so much for being on the show. Guys, that's about it for the Geaux Rouge show this week. We had some great guests. Stick around next week for episode 36. Franz Borchardt, have a great week. I've never tried Plexus. So this judge that was on, am I still hot? So this judge that's on, I'm not just saying this, she really is a good judge. She started promoting it and she reached out and I was like, I was sitting there thinking, what is it? But if I can drink it and it doesn't affect like keto, sugar and carbs, and I'm going to feel better as a result of it, giddy up. So Facebook, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to Healthy Vibes for giving us some love. Y'all have a great week.